All right. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another live stream from the kitchen again. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go run upstairs and let old Nash out of his kennel because I just got back from the store. So just give me 1 second. All right. Nash is out of his kennel, which is my girlfriend's my girlfriend's sister's little lab puppy, brown lab. And Big Boy had to go up the stairs, and he's out of breath right now. I was cooking up those stairs. I was like, exactly like that too. Just, hey, we got Grayson Nichols in the house. We got First Gen Farmer in the house. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday to you guys. So let's get some coffee going. Hope you guys are doing well. It's kind of overcast here in California, but it's a beautiful day. It's gonna be a good day. It already is a good day. And I actually started the live stream on time, more or less. I was telling IBS because I did plan on doing another live stream yesterday, but time just kind of ran out there towards the end. And my girl, she wanted to go out and do some errands, or needed to go do some errands. So pretty much after I got ready, showered up and all that, she was basically pulling up, so there was no time. But we're here now. But I was telling IBS because last night he reached out to me in the comments and he's like, hey man, so you gonna be going live tomorrow? And if so, like around what time? I just want to make sure I'm there, which I really appreciate you guys, man. Like, you know, all the love and support and all that. And it makes me happy that we all kind of look forward to our live streams and enjoy them, you know, whether it's kind of different right now or whatever, or on topic or whatever. But there's really no topic here, man. I mean, obviously we do saws, you know, but the point is that we're here. So anyhow, so I was telling him, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna just kind of do the same thing I did yesterday, you know, which is like right now I'll cook some breakfast and then I'll stop it, scarf it down, and then do another like post-breakfast coffee and chat live stream because I thought that was kind of cool. And which I think even when I get another shop, I think I'm gonna try to make this like a normal thing, you know, cook some breakfast together, talk, hang out for a little bit, and then after breakfast do like just a little quick coffee and chat, and then carry on into the shop. So I think that'll be it'll kind of spice it up a little bit. Spice. We got Sierra Hatch in the house, says hi. Hello, Sierra. Happy Tuesday. But I hope everyone is doing well out there today. So we're going to get started here. Just had to get some coffee going. Pretty much the same thing as yesterday. Eggs, potatoes, although adding a little sausage to the mix. Free P. Diddy, Mark Jones says. Alrighty. LBV, that would be dope live stream, man. We got LBV in the house, Cade, Trevinsky. Oh man, all right. All right. A lot of energy this morning. I like it. LBV, much love to you. Welcome. Cade, welcome. So I did have my own little, so where I used to live, where I relocated from to where I'm at now, we had a little shed. It was my grandfather's, and he just allowed me to pretty much coop up in it and work on saws. And I have my little company name, which is Preferred Sawworks, same name as our channel. I did that for myself for a year, well, almost a year. In July it would have been a year. I mean, we're still doing the damn thing, but currently relocated, moved out, so relocated here. I don't have a spot here to work on saws. And where I'm at now, this is actually just like temporary too, until I find my own spot to rent. And I think I already found one, but I'm not sure how they're gonna feel about having a bunch of saws everywhere and running saws. But yeah, I have my own little company, Preferred Sawworks. We're just kind of in transition right now. So, and then before that, I got started working at an Ace Hardware in town. I got hired on just for sales, and then I moved into service tech stuff like sharpening, chains, blades, and then I kind of just moved myself into working on equipment for customers because it was just kind of like trying to put fires out because he had come in all pissed off because their equipment had been sitting at the shop for a month, 2 months, and no communication, nothing was getting done. And so I'm the type of person or employee that, if I get hired for sales, that's my job. But at the same time, I will go above and beyond for our customers, just like I do here at our shop, at our business, because that's what, well, for one, that's what business is, that's what customer service is. And you want your customers to feel appreciated, not that they're, you want them to feel appreciated and not like they're just sitting there, like you're letting them hang. So I basically just started trying to figure things out. And by that point, I already loved what I did. But there, we didn't just work on saws. We worked on line trimmers, hedge trimmers, lawnmowers, anything small engine, ride-on lawnmowers. I never mess with any generators, lawnmowers, or anything like that. Blowers, like leaf blowers and stuff, which here at my little shop, I would get the occasional leaf blower, usually the backpack blowers, the Steels, like the BR800s, the X's, the C's, couple pole saws, nothing major. And then I do offer sharpening services too. So chains, hedge trimmer blades, chipper blades, lawnmower blades, although I never got any lawnmower blades. I did get a few sets of hedge trimmers to sharpen, chipper blades as well, like for Vermeer and Bandit chippers. Bro, what are you chewing on? A stick? All right. That's Nash. So yeah. First Gen says, welcome, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and make sure to turn on your notes. Hey, appreciate that, First Gen. First Gen is a real one. LBV says, what made you want to get into saw work? I just loved it, man. I just fell in love with it. The community too. I also really like tree service as well, which occasionally I would work as a groundsman for my buddy Victor and his company, or if not, just run around doing errands with him, whether it was picking up skid steers, moving them over to other spots, checking up on job sites. I've never done any climbing, and you probably won't catch me up in a tree because, fun fact, I'm actually kind of a chicken when it comes to heights. But I also have a real interest in tree service too, and I don't know, just watching videos like Aaron Lynch. Of course, I started watching Buck and Billy. Don't really watch him too much, but he's a great dude. You got Tin Man, you got Donnie Walker, you got Dino Joe, you got Charles Briscoe. That man, like just, I don't know, I just fell in love with it. Out of everything, chainsaws, I don't know, I just have an interest for them, and it's amazing what you can do to these things, to those chainsaws, modifications, porting. and it's just fun to rip up logs, you know. So um, I just kind of followed my passion, and there's definitely an industry for them, obviously, you know, tree service and whatnot. And everybody that I cater to, it's they all work in tree service. Uh, whether they're climbers, mostly climbers, groundsmen, they own their own companies. Um, and I do everything from general repairs, so clutch springs, tune-up services, top end replacements to modifications, whether it's bolt-on mods like bark boxes, things like that, muffler modifications, cut them up, open them up a little bit. Um, I do also porting. I also do porting, but I don't do too much of it right now. I've done a few saws since I had my own little shop going, but do a lot of quarter pitch conversions for like the 2511s. So do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's just fun work. It really is fun work. Kate says, "Do you make a lot of money off of it?" When I'm busy, the money is good. So when I my first year, well, this year when I first started up my shop, I was making $17 an hour at Ace Hardware, and I actually got fired from there because I started doing side jobs and hustling, and customers were basically they saw me as like stealing business, which whatever, you know, that's how they want to look at it, then that's fine. Um, I just did better work than they did. Just that's the facts, and that's why people came to me. But the day after I got fired, or the day that I got fired, the day after I worked full time as Preferred SolidWorks my first day. I went from making $17 an hour to $42.75, and then on average from there, on my lowest days, I made no less than 35 an hour. And then of course, that's just with people dropping off saws because I charge a drop off and inspection fee, and then from there, my hourly rate for labor to do the job and the repairs, $100 an hour. So when you're busy, yes, the money is there. When you're not so busy, like during wintertime, it's a little slim. You know, it just depends though on your customer base too. So the first year of any business is always the hardest, but I think I just got lucky because I ended up building really good relationships at Ace Hardware. It wasn't everybody that came in with a saw, but the right people. You know, it really is sometimes, it's not always about who you know, but that does help, especially, you know, in tree service. Everybody kind of knows everybody and people talk, and, you know, it's a small crowd. So, so yeah, but I did make money. I do make money when business is actually steady, and, you know, I just got to build up some more customers and now find a new shop to work out of. I think the area too, also helps a lot, but small engine work is always going to be needed, especially in tree service. LBV says, "That's fire. You ever thought about extending your company into lawn care company as well? Like called it Preferred Lawn Works or something?" Um, I never actually thought about that, but I mean, you know, even though it's Preferred Sawworks and I'm primarily a saw shop because that's all we do, you know, when you know small engines, you can kind of do it. You can kind of do it all. You know, if you can work on a chainsaw, you can definitely work on a weed eater, hedge trimmer. You know, obviously the mechanics are a little different as far as like, you know, so for a line trimmer, you have a drive tube assembly, you have your head, and then depending on the equipment too. So for steel, for their line trimmers, you know, they run like a two stroke, four stroke engine. So a two stroke that has valves. So you have to kind of know how to work on valves and the timing and do clearance and things like that. Hedge trimmers, obviously, you have to learn how to assemble and disassemble the blade assemblies and the gears inside, and some hedge trimmers like Echoes, you do actually have to set the timing, because if you don't set them the timing correctly, the timing is going to be too close, so the blades aren't going to shift properly. So basically, they're going to move together instead of side, you know, away from each other. So that creates a lot of vibration. So it gets trickier. And same thing with leaf blowers. But at the end of the day, it's all small engines. So, you know, so already I can do that. I guess I'm not really pointed in that market, you know. But I also don't really want to work on lawnmowers, to be honest with you. I don't. But you know, that would bring more business probably. So something to consider, but no, I haven't considered it like recently. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this food going because that's what we're here for, to chat. And you already know Big Boy over here, he's always freaking hungry. So look at us turning into a cooking channel. Aww. Man. But like I told you guys, you know, for those that already know the situation and everything, I mean, you know, we're in transition right now. Saw work is going to be a little slim as far as like having saws in front of us right now in our live streams. But, you know, you guys are my YouTube fam. And I think these live streams are a little bigger now than just working on saws, you know, because we all come on and say hello. We talk about saws, we talk about life, we talk about things that are happening, whether they're exciting or not so exciting. And you know, it's a community. I think that's also what draws me to chainsaws, is the chainsaw community. There's a lot of great guys, a lot of great people in this community. Just like in most hobbies, I also like RC cars, and a lot of people wouldn't think, but the RC community is big, man. I mean, especially if you're a good person, you treat people right, you know, people will, you know, not to be rude or anything, but people will fuck with you, man. They will, in a good way though, not in a bad way. And a bad way too, you know, trolls and whatnot, or whatever you want to call them. Anyhow, LBV says, what we cooking today? So we're cooking some potatoes, some eggs, and today I'm going to throw in a little sausage, some of these Jimmy Deans. If you guys didn't know, I'm a potato freak, man. I can eat potatoes pretty much every day, especially when they're fresh, homemade. So I'm going to cut these up into like country style potatoes, which is basically just dicing them, and fry them up, throw some eggs in there, make like a little scramble, and then top it off with a little cheese. Ooh. This one's kind of sketchy, but you know what? That's what we're going to get into right now. Okay. So anyways, it's fun work though. It could be stressful. I've had stressful moments. Kind of like even right now, I'm a little stressed out because, you know, even though I moved out of the house that I had access to that shop, we still have 28 saws, customer saws that are in various stages of progress and completion. So, you know, even though I'm not in the shop anymore, I mean, the show still has to keep going somehow. So luckily though, all of our customers are very understanding, very patient. But even then, that's only going to go so far. So just a lot of planning, a lot of hustling still going on, trying to figure that out. So that's a lot of saws. This peeler really kind of scares the crap out of me because I almost took off a piece of skin the first time using this thing. Fry up a little skin. Tasty. But yeah, how's everybody doing though? Enough about me. What's up with you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. What do you guys got going on today? School, work, both? Chilling? What's going on with you guys? And I must say, you know, like I say all the time, you know, I really appreciate you guys, but I really appreciate all the love and support and all the positive and kind words all the time, but especially during these times right now. So, and talking about communities, I had no idea YouTube. I mean, I know people do well on YouTube as far as, just building up communities and a following and audience. But I had no idea that it was the way it is. So we've only had our channel, and when I say our channel, I mean you and me. We've only had it since July 1st, so not even a year. And the journey has been incredible. I've met a lot of great people just through our live streams, and hopefully one day in person. I still have plans of going to the Bunyan show this year, meeting up with some good folks like Ground Pounder, Aaron Lynch, just a lot of different people. Maybe meet the Ripsaw guys. And I know, when people start talking about Ripsaw, people feel different ways or certain ways about them, and that's fair, because you know what, everybody has a right to their opinion. But for me, I do support the guys from Ripsaw, just because when I got into all this, especially porting and just like looking into all that, of course they would come up. A lot of people came up, Aaron, everybody, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I like their style, and then I saw their shop, and I'm like, dude, that's so sick. And I kind of just went off of that. But there's a lot of people that inspire me and motivate me, and so, but for some reason they are just, kind of like, they were like my inspiration to start doing what I'm doing. Even though I don't just do porting all day, but just getting it, I don't know, just they inspired me. So, and along the way, I've met a lot of great people, and, like one person especially, the man, Aaron Lynch, I'm really grateful and blessed to be able to call him a buddy. He'll pop in to the live streams every now and then, take time out of his busy day. And if you guys don't know who he is, and you guys like saws and saw rip in action, and if you have time and want to, check him out, Aaron Lynch, here on YouTube. There's also Ground Pounder. Just a lot of great guys, man. A lot of great guys. Charles Briscoe, you should see what that man can also do to a chainsaw. I've never heard. I don't know. He knows what he's doing too. So just a lot of cool people, man. Coming together and basically just sharing the passion. So. LBV said, dude, literally just had 4 of the Jimmy Dean's pancake sausages for breakfast. Jimmy Dean knows what they're doing. I like their breakfast bowls. If I'm on the go and I don't have time to sit here and cook a meal, I'll just throw one of those in the microwave and they're good. Especially the ones with gravy. Those are bomb. LBV says, you seem like you got the hustle mindset for sure. You'll definitely figure it out. Wish you the best with all the stuff, for real. LBV, I appreciate the kind words, dude. I appreciate it. And yes, I not to sound full of shit. Yes, I do. But it gets tricky, man. I mean, everybody knows how it is. It gets kind of tricky, and sometimes your mind kind of starts playing tricks, kind of making you think, oh, maybe I can't do this, or maybe, but no, we just got to keep it pushing. We just got to fight through that little cloudy judgment, and especially when we have, people like yourself and just people in our corner that are rooting for us and telling us that, they know we can do it, that believe in us, especially when sometimes we don't believe in ourselves. But yeah, we got to just keep it pushing, man, because the more we tell ourselves that we can't, and I know some people are going to be like, ugh, cringe, but it's true. The more that we tell ourselves that we can't do something, we won't do nothing. And we'll really start believing that. But if we really try to just drill it in our heads that we can do something, understanding that, a lot of the times it takes patience and time, we'll do it. Oh, man. This potato peeler. I'm used to the other kind. Excuses. No, but really I am. These are not the kind that I'm used to, but it's all right. So, but really though, it's about your support system, your support network, and all that good stuff. But I appreciate that, dude. For show. Hey, we got nearly tree cutting, or excuse me, Steel nearly tree cutting back in the house. Says, "What's up, my friend? How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday. Just back here in the kitchen, getting fueled up for the day. This time, you guys are gonna catch the whole cooking series here. The whole using the sketchy peeler because I call it the sketchy peeler because I'm used to the ones that you kind of go like this. This one is tricky and it's sharp. And the first time I tried using it, I almost took off a little layer of skin off my index finger. But doing good, man, doing good. Hope you're doing well. What's on the plan list for today? Out there hustling, chilling, relaxing. Either way, as long as you're doing good, man, it's all that matters. All right, let's get these skins out of here. I dropped. LBV says, you have a wife and kids? No, sir, not currently, although I have an amazing woman in my life. She's my girlfriend right now, and one day she will be my wife, and one day, if all goes well, we'll have a kid or two. So, which is actually on the plan list, you know, but this is why we got to hustle, man. We got to hustle, work hard, and but yeah, no, I don't have a wife. She ain't a wife. She's not my wife yet, but she will be one day, man, because she's amazing. And amazing for many different reasons, you know. Mainly the whole thing is supportive, has my back, believes in me, especially when I don't believe in myself. And even though, you know, my life might be a little rocky right now, you know, she still loves me the same, like actually loves me the same. And we're a team. We're a team, and we really do our best to build each other up, push each other to just be better than yesterday. And that's really what matters. And I feel like that's really hard to come by nowadays. I'm only 33, you know, but especially for people my age, I mean, the whole dating scene, it's just interesting. But if you guys find someone like that, you know, I'm not saying marry them and have kids with them, but if they're good people, whether it's female or male, you know, do your best to just protect them at all costs. Protect them at all costs. Keep them close. And if they build you up, support you, believe in you, and just pick them up like they pick you up, man. Because it's really, I'm not even talking about relationships anymore. It's really hard to find good people, especially when we start trying to call them friends. You know, for me, I have my girl, and I have my buddy Victor, and I have my grandma. And I do have family, but right now it's just, you know, been learning a lot. But if you have good people on your side, you know, protect them at all costs. Definitely. Steel nearly tree cutting says I'm sick, so I'm just resting. Oh, man. You're down for the count, too? Everybody over here has been sick. My girl's sister's been sick. She just went back to work yesterday, but she's still not 100%. But she was down for the count for, man, at least a week. Their parents have been down for the count for a long, like 2 weeks, just sick, man. The flu, and everybody's been sick. So we've been lucky. That's why we've been pounding these things like crazy. Emergency. It's just an immune boosting packet. They actually taste pretty good, especially if you mix them with cold water. Because my girl's like, oh my God, she's like, everybody's sick, and you know, I'm afraid to get sick because, you know, she doesn't want to lose out on work because she's a hustler, man. You know, LBV was like, man, you have the hustler mentality, and yes, I do. But my girl, she's a hustler, man. She grinds 2 jobs. She has her 9 to 5, works at a big insurance company, And then on the side, she's a hairdresser because that's her passion, And so sometimes if her client calls her and says, "Hey, I need you today at 6," she'll leave work and she starts her day every day at 4:30, and she's a hustler, man. So that's why I'm telling you, if you find someone like that keep them around. Hustlers. But nearly tree cutting, man. Hopefully you get better soon. And if you guys are afraid to get sick, those emergency packets, they'll come in handy for sure. A lot of vitamin C, a lot of immune boosting things. LBB says, I got 2 days off right now. I go back to work Tuesday. My legs will be sore when I'm done working. That's amazing how a girlfriend should be on her side. Yeah, and I mean, that's how, on a male perspective, that's definitely how, what I think a woman should be like. But also, too, as men, we got to be like that, too, man. We got to be supportive. And, I know everybody has different outlooks on what a relationship should be, but it doesn't matter what it is. The point is, we got to support one another and work as a team, because if you guys ain't working like a team, it ain't gonna probably work out too well. But again, I know everybody has different outlooks of relationships and how relationships should be, but most importantly though, you got to respect and treat each other right. Just like people in general, customers, friends. I mean, you got to treat people good, man. That's why I really do my best to apply Buck and Billy's work hard, be kind, be honest, because it sounds all like simple stuff, but it can be tricky sometimes. It can be tricky, but that's all we can do is do our best. All right. So let's get these potatoes cut up, diced up. LBV, if I may ask, man, what do you do for work? I kind of cut those a little big. I'm a parking lot attendant at HEB. Basically, I gather all the carts outside and push them inside. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, that's cool. I think that's the rock star position, man. Because you know, pushing those carts, especially after you get a few on there, you got to be strong, man. So yeah, that's badass. And it doesn't even matter, man. Most importantly, you got a job. You're staying busy. You know, you're keeping your body moving, and that's all that matters, man. That's cool. How long have you been doing that? Let's get it in frame now. Let's get it in frame. We're here for cooking. No, I'm just kidding. That should be all right. I'm going to call this the preferred scramble. Eggs, potatoes, some sausage. Normally I like to add also some, sometimes both, but sometimes either or. So sometimes the sausage, or if not sausage, some diced ham. Diced ham, I think, is my favorite. Sausage. Boom. LBV says it's my first job and it's part-time. It pays $14.50 an hour, which is decent enough for me. But I think I'll probably eventually get upgraded to full-time. I've been working there for 3 weeks, I believe. Hey, dude, that's cool. I mean, listen. So we got to start somewhere. I know sometimes we want to be like, well, we want to start kind of at the top. And you know what, man? All that matters is that you're consistent. You do good work. You show up when they want you to show up. You don't bitch and complain. You get it done, and that's definitely how you move up in the ladder, or whatever you want to call it. You know, right now it's part-time, but I have no doubt that you do good work. You're a hard worker, and you know, just like I was kind of saying yesterday, both good work and bad work never go unnoticed, especially good work. Well, actually, any work. You know, so you know, just keep writing. You know, keep grinding your program, standing out in what you do, you know, and there's no doubt, man, that you'll be full time, get a little raise, even if it is 25 cents or whatever it is, or maybe eventually you move into, you know, you move up inside, you know, to maybe produce or stalker or something, you know, or unless you like rounding up carts. I mean, I actually wouldn't mind it because you're outside. You're getting some fresh air. I mean, I probably wouldn't like it too much if it was raining or snowing, but the point is that we don't complain on, you know, we just do it. Show up on time. Basically, you know, show up early, leave late. You know, a lot of people show up late and then they want to leave early. They're like, oh, is it almost time to go? No, man. We'll tell you when it's time to go. So, LBV, you got this, dude. You got it. Nearly Tree Cutting says, I salute all the people that work jobs, like obviously because those jobs are not fun, a lot of work. Hell yeah. No, definitely. I agree. I agree. Hey, we got Rusty Gold in the house. What up, dude? We missed you the last couple lives. We were talking about you. We were only good talking. We were like, man, we're missing RPM, and I know I forgot your new name, but Rusty Gold, I'll remember it. But hope you're doing well, dude. Glad that you could be here for a little bit. Welcome to another cooking edition here. All right. So let's go ahead and get this pan going. But see, this is why we do the live streams. Whether we have saws to work on right now or whether we're in a spot to work on saws right now or not, this is why we got to keep doing the lives, because you know, everybody just comes together. We could talk about just really whatever, literally whatever. And it's just great, you know, seeing everybody, all the peeps, you know, all our I don't know. This is why we do them, man. This is why I told you guys they're not going to stop, you know, because a lot of times people are like, well, I don't have any saws to work on right now, so we're just gonna go silent. We're gonna go ghost. Hell no, because our channel I think is a little bit bigger than just saws, man. We're a family. We're a community. We're human beings, and some might say, oh, that's kind of sappy and cringy, but dude, we need a place where we can come and chat, talk, whether it's positive, sad, depressing, whatever it is. Because for those of you that have been rocking with the live streams for a while on our channel, you guys know I just don't say it all the time as much anymore, but I really strive for our channel to be like a safe place where we can come in and we can talk and just keep it real, be honest, you know, and help each other out, man, because, well, for one, there's not a lot of support out there nowadays. Everybody's just kind of to themselves, and you know, if it ain't got to do with them, then they don't give a shit. But all we can do is at least hear each other out, talk, hang out, do whatever, you know. And that's what we're here for too, man. We're here to just share the journey and be a part of it. Rusty Gold says, I'm going to change my name back. I'm not happy with it. Any thoughts? I mean, I thought RPM Nitro was badass, you know. Rusty Gold, I don't hate it. I don't know, where did that even, like, how did you come across with that? Rusty Gold. Well, actually, I think we just have to get used to it, man. I don't think it's a bad name. You know, we just got to kind of get used to it. But if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it also. But yeah, how did you come up with Rusty Gold, or where does that come from? But not a bad name. Not a bad name. Just when I first started seeing you pop up as Rusty Gold, I was like, what up, Rusty Gold? And then I was like, okay, Rusty Gold. And then I stopped seeing you come around, and I was like, man, where the hell is RPM? And you're like, it's me, dude, it's me. I'm like, oh, shit. Be tricking us like that. Gotta get some more cooking oil. Okay, stove is on. We're gonna wait for that oil to get hot. But the trick is you don't want it to be too hot to where you put your potatoes or whatever in and just splashing everywhere. You want it just to be hot enough to where it's sizzling. Rusty Gold says, not sure myself. I'm going to switch back. Thanks for your input. No, and all that matters, I mean, the whole point is, you know, if you're not feeling it, man, you're not feeling it, you know? And then when the inspiration hits, or when you figure it out, you can always change it back, you know? I got to wait 6 more days. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of places do that now, like eBay, because I switched the name of my eBay store a couple times. I don't even know what it's at now. I think I switched it to just Preferred Sawworks or something. I don't know. And you had, I think it was like 14 days. Instagram is the same thing, 14 days. But yeah, you could always just change it back. And then when something comes along where you're just like, oh yeah, I can always do, just switch it. It's all good. But for real, man, make up your damn mind. No, I'm just kidding. Busting out the old Lawry's. This is not what I like to use specifically. This is just what we have here, but it's good. Lawry's is some good stuff. Just some good old garlic salt. Let's try a potato and see if we got some sizzle. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put you guys over here because this is gonna be this could be kind of funny. Well, not because it's funny, but sweet. And that's what you want. You don't want your oil to be super hot, but you want it to be hot enough to where when you start putting stuff in, it kind of starts sizzling. Because if it's too hot, it'll just start popping. And I've gotten myself a good couple times, and it just doesn't feel too good. And then I put them back on high. Once everything's there, I get them all stirred around, make sure they all have a little bit of oil on them. And nothing like a gas stove. I tell you guys, nothing against, well, there's something a little against electric stoves. They just don't get hot like open flame stoves. But hey, as long as you got a stove, that's all that matters at the same time. But man, nothing like a gas stove. Put this thing away. Rusty says, what's cooking? Gonna make some potatoes, Jimmy Dean, sausage, and I forgot the old, yeah. So basically just some potatoes, cut up country style, so just sliced and diced. Fresh potatoes, some russet potatoes, and then we're gonna fry those up. We're gonna cut up some of these Jimmy Dean sausages for a little extra flavor and protein, and then throw in some eggs, and then to top it off, once it's served, a little cheese on the top, and we're all good. So this is what we're looking like right now. Cooking it up. This is when I like to hit them with a little Lawry's garlic salt. Just a little bit though. You don't want to go too crazy. Just for the potatoes, and then when I make the eggs, when I whip them up, I put a little garlic powder and black pepper. That's all you need. Does anybody know Trailer Trash Tammy? Her thing is a little dab will do ya, and that's all you need. A little dab will do ya. Okay, so we'll let those cook. Let those fry up. Good old Costco garlic powder. Some black pepper. But yeah, like I was saying earlier in the beginning of the live, I think once we get back into a shop, wherever that is, I think, and then obviously once I get into my own spot, my own place, because this is not my place, don't get it twisted. This is my girlfriend and her sister's place. They're just nice enough to let me stay here for a little bit until, until I get my own place, which is like hopefully like a few weeks. So. And like I said the other day, if this was just my girlfriend's house, it'd be no question that I would have just came straight over here. But, we gotta respect everybody. It's not just her in this house. So we had to just make sure everything was cool and, And so thankfully I was blessed to be able to stay here instead of a hotel, because the hotel, I was in a hotel for a little bit, you guys saw, and that's just, man, obviously it costs money, but anywhere costs money in the world. But it's just, it's not always so easy to just say, hey, so-and-so is going to come in and move in, whether it's family or not, man. It's hard to have people live with you. Because it's just it's an adjustment. So I think I'm gonna go with 5 eggs. Again, I think that's a good. So anyways, point of that whole little thing was, once I get into my spot, and once we get into a shop, I think this is gonna be part of the normal thing now, because I kind of like it. Make some breakfast. And then after breakfast, do a little, just depending on how, what the day's looking like. But after breakfast, do just like a little post-breakfast coffee and chat, just to catch up for the day and talk about the plans, and then move into work. I think that'd be kind of cool. I know some people like detail. We're using some brown eggs. Hey, we got Double O in the house. My friend, what's up? Happy Tuesday. LBV says that's nice of them. Yeah, no, definitely, man. Really, it's really nice of her sister to be like, all right, fine, like he can come hang out for a few weeks and that's it. Because like I said, it's not just my girlfriend's house. They just bought this house, a year ago? Hustlers, man, they get it. So her sister's kind of the boss in this case, letting me stay here, and but that's the thing, when there's other people involved, you got to respect one another, and respect their wishes, and because when it's just you, you can kind of do whatever you want, but it doesn't always work that way, when it's not just us. So LBV says a decent hotel these days costs $100 plus a day. Yeah, luckily the place that I was staying at, it was $51 a night, but either way it adds up. 4 nights was running me $345 every week. So yeah, it's kind of expensive. Well, no, it is expensive. Double O, man, how you doing today? Double O is the man. He too has become one of the OGs here at the Preferred Sawworks channel. the Preferred Lives. Good dude. Double O says, you like cooking? I do, man. I do enjoy cooking, for sure. You guys know I like to eat, so you got to kind of know how to cook. Unless you're going to be buying food out all the time. You know, you got to know how to cook. But I enjoy cooking. I really do. It's kind of like therapeutic almost. So normally, you know, before I started living here temporarily with my girlfriend and her sister, most of you guys know that I would come over on the weekend, spend the weekend with them, and when I'm here, I cook dinner, breakfast for them. We just, you know, we all eat together. So, you know, we're like a little family, obviously, and so it's nice. It's nice to be able to cook. Nearly Tree Cutting says, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to the shop you were working out of? So there I was actually living with family. I was living there with my grandparents, and I was only supposed to be there temporarily, like 6 months, turned into 2 years. And long story short, it was time to go. So since I don't live there anymore, I don't have access to that shop anymore. And so that's all that happened. I just, you know, it was time to move on to the next chapter. And I didn't really know when that chapter was going to hit. So truthfully, I wasn't really prepared. But everything is still working out the best way that it can. And it is definitely working out. So it's just another lesson learned. Always be prepared for the unexpected, because you never know. So thankfully, I was prepared enough to kind of survive right now. But, you know, we could always be better at being prepared. So, but yeah, that's all that happened. I moved out of where I was living, where the shop was, and now I just don't have access to it. Rusty Gold says, I got a tree down where I go riding, but it's right in the middle of the trail. It's township property. I want to try my new saw and clear the trail. Just don't want any trouble. Any thoughts? Yeah, it would be tempting, even for me. But I would probably just see if you could talk to somebody. Because more than likely, they're not going to say no to free work. But I would probably just not cut it down, because I don't know how strict they are out there. But it's, you know, you do need permits to cut anything down, especially if it's not on your own property. And like I said, I don't know how they are out there. But just to not run into any problems, I would probably just try to get permission from the town or whoever owns the land. Just to not run into any problems, you know, any fines and things like that. You don't want to risk it, man. But you know, then again, you know, it's up to your discretion to do what you want to do. But I would, you know, if it were me, I would want to cut it down and test it. But the whole permit stuff, especially when it comes down to the town and the city or the county, you just don't want to mess with it. Double O says, doing good, chilling, just woke up and ready to work in bed at home. Hell yeah, dude, hell yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad we all made it to see another day, and that we get to say what's up to each other. Rusty Gold says, it's already down. That's why I want to move it out of the way. Oh, okay. So that, I mean, that kind of changes it a little bit. If it's already down and you're just trying to open up the path, I wouldn't think that's a problem. But again, I don't know what that falls under. So I don't know. It's hard to give advice. You know, it's hard to give advice, especially, you know, on social media, because there, you know, a lot of people watch, and I would just be careful, man. I would just use your better judgment. Obviously, if it's already down, you're not necessarily cutting it down. You're just opening up the path for everybody, especially if it's kind of like a popular path and active. I would think that's okay. But I don't know. I would just be careful. Just be careful. That's all. That's all I would say. Just my opinion. I'd probably buck it up and move it out of the way because my defense would be well, everybody needs to pass by here, so just trying to clean it up. That's it. Double O says, "Have you tried baking something?" I haven't, dude. I'm not. I don't think baking would be my strong suit. Well, I don't know. I've never really tried, but that'd be fun because I would try to make a. I like apple pie. That's my favorite. But I would also like to try to make a chicken pot pie. That'd be bomb. My girlfriend's sister though, she can make one hell of a sourdough. Homemade sourdough. I actually we got to watch her learn how to make sourdough, like make the starter and everything. It's kind of a science, and she got it down. And she made she has made quite a few really good sourdough loaves, just spongy with a little crunch on the outside. She made a jalapeno cheddar sourdough. My personal favorite was like a sun-dried tomato, Mediterranean tomato, pesto, and mozzarella. That one was amazing. But I think as long as I have a recipe, I think I'd be able to do it. But I'm more like meats and potatoes and I mean pasta. I mean that's kind of I think anybody can cook pasta. But if you're making your own sauce like from scratch, that's also a thing. But you guys already know I can cook some rice and beans. Oh, fork down. Shit. Oh boy. All right. We'll just okay. Whew. Actually, I should cut up these sausages now. Sausage. Rusty Gold says, "Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Not worth the risk." You know, who knows? I mean, we never know. You might be okay, but again, yeah, probably just, especially if that's where you like to go riding, because you know how people are, man. It's not. It might not even be the town or the county or the state. You might be out there just trying to do just try to do a nice thing for everybody that goes out there, but then you get that one Karen out there filming you and look this guy cut a tree down. It's like, yeah, just if anything, maybe just try to move it out of the way, like tie it up to the bike or something and drag it. I don't know. But yeah, definitely not worth the risk, because like that's actually what I'm thinking about is, what if you're out there trying to move it out of just be nice or do something, and there's a Karen out there that has nothing better to do, and all they start doing is record you cutting the tree, and then they're not going to say, oh, the tree was already cut. They're going to say, oh, he cut it down and he was out there cutting trees, and then it's like, ugh. Okay, I'm going to turn these potatoes down because they're looking pretty good. I kind of overdid them yesterday. Let's cut up these sausages. Put those in there. Boom. And I don't need to use the Jimmy Deans. I mean, they're already pre-cooked, so you just got to get kind of, you just got to warm them up. But I like using anything really, whether it's like fresh sausage or these Jimmy Deans, whatever really. Again, this is just what we got right now. But these are good, especially if you don't overcook them. They're good. Gonna let it kind of sear up a little bit in the oil. But these potatoes, yeah, they're looking done. Well, they're done for sure. If my girl was here, she'd be like, more crunchier, the crunchier the better. But I like a little crunch and a little soft. A little soft. Put you guys over here. LBV says I never cooked a day in my life yet. I always just eat fast food, warm up meals, and my mom's cooking. The way that I learned how to cook, I just would watch my grandma and my mom, because I grew up with my mom and my grandma. And my grandma and my mom are both really great cooks, especially grandma. And I would always just watch them and yeah, man, you could always learn. You could always, You'll cook one day. You'll cook one day. 00 says I like to bake Cinnabons. And we do apple pies too. Oh, man. Well, both of those, Cinnabons and apple pies. When plenty of apples laying around. I bet you guys know how to cook a mean apple pie. Or bake a mean apple pie. That's my favorite. Of course, cinnamon buns too. Ooh, yeah, these potatoes, I overdid them a little bit again, but it's all right. Ooh. There we are. Just got to put the eggs in there now. I am going to take out some of this oil, put it in a mug before you throw it in the garbage. You don't want to dispose of your oil down the sink, because that'll clog up your all your pipes and all that. You don't want to do any of that. You don't want to throw hot oil in the trash, because you could start a fire. So if anything, just take it out, put it into a mug or a cup. Let it cool down. You can even reuse it too, if you really wanted to. But you definitely don't want to flush it down the drain, because that'll not be a good time. Should be enough. That should be good. Webo time. Woo. excited? Of course I am, right? Cinnabon, LBV says Cinnabons always look and smell so good, but I never had one. Oh, dude. Get yourself a Cinnabon. They're good. I think they're great. I think they're really good. Double O says there's a similar situation where I ride my bike. There's a huge tree about 3 feet in diameter, and it hangs on just bark, just above the trail. I want to cut it, but it would be too much noise. And even, I mean, aside from the noise too, you don't. I mean, you don't want to catch yourself in a situation where you're getting fined, and then you get just and nothing might. It might not even have to do anything with the city, but you catch a Karen out there. Everybody records nowadays. That's just, especially nowadays in the world, I feel like you try to do something nice out of good intention, and you already know the rest. That's just, hey buddy, you're back. I was wondering where you were. What are you doing out there? Up there sleeping? I'll show you who I'm talking to. I promise I'm not talking to myself. Nash. He's like, bro, he's talking to himself again. No, not this time. Hi, buddy. That's Nash. He's a chocolate lab. Although I call him the snapper because he just snaps. He's like a little. We're trying to beef him up a little bit because he's still a little pup. But hi, buddy. Well, at least they told her it was a black. He has black lab, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He has some he has some chocolate lab vibes, but I don't know. I feel like he's got a little something else in there too. But he's a chocolate lab. We're gonna just call him a chocolate lab. But he's a good boy. He always looks sad though. But he's not sad because we also have a silver lab here as well. Harley, and she's 4 years old. And they're best friends. So like I said, I promise you this time I'm not talking to myself. There was a dog there just now, right? Pretty sure. Whoa, bro, whoa. Everybody's like, oh, no, he's a handsome little dude. Steel tree cutting. He says he wants what you're cooking. Oh, he's smart. He sniffed it out. He's like, oh, okay, time to get up. Breakfast is about to be served. When Harley's here, she goes over to we call them Grandma and Grandpa for her, which is my girlfriend's parents. She goes over there to hang out in the yard, which eventually he'll go out there too, but we still need to get him some more vaccines and more shots, but eventually he'll be out there too. But when they're here, when we're in the kitchen, they're in the kitchen. All right, I think this is good. We are done. Sweet. Turn that off. Alrighty, guys. This is there's the final product. Diced up potatoes, fresh potatoes. Russet to be... Bro. What are you chewing on? Oh my gosh. I don't mind that he chews on sticks. I mean, they're dogs, but they just... we just laid out some red wood chips out there, and I don't know if they're organically dyed or not. And we don't want him to chew up the red wood chips because some of those products they're artificially dyed, and unless it specifies on the bag organically dyed, even then we don't want him to chew them up. That was the one that kind of brought that that up. I was like, hey, did you know? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. So anyhow, all right, Rusty, much love to you. Yeah, we're gonna do another one here shortly after breakfast. I just, I hate cutting the lives, but I don't want to be sitting there just like chomping on my food. I feel like that's kind of rude. I know I don't eat like a freaking slob, but still, I don't want to be talking with food in my mouth and all that. But yeah, Rusty, maybe we'll catch you on the next one here shortly after breakfast. Just a quick little coffee chat and pretty much just hang out for another little bit. And then, but much love to you, Rusty, or AK RPM Nitro, which that'll be back. RIP. But no, thank you, man. I appreciate you being here. We got Bill Jensen in the house. Says, hey, sir. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, Bill. And LBV says that's one healthy breakfast. Well, it's definitely hearty. I don't know if it's healthy, but it's hearty for sure. Just a little greasy but I mean, compared to probably other stuff, like Pop-Tarts or something. Either way, it's a good, healthy, hearty breakfast. We got sausage, eggs, some potatoes, and garlic salt, garlic powder for the eggs, and black pepper. All right, Steele, much love to you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us and cooking breakfast with us for a little bit. Bill Jensen says, God bless you, back to you. Appreciate you, Bill. But let's see if I'm missing any other comments. Double O says, I did firewood cutting recently. There was fluffy white dog, made my day better. Was it like a lab or maybe a retriever? Either way, animals, I don't know, man. If you don't like animals, if someone's like, I hate animals, how could you hate animals, man? Animals they're not everything, but they're a great part of this world, for sure. And they're fun to look at. Sometimes they could, they're little shits, but we still love them. But alrighty, guys. Well, it's breakfast time. Like I said, I feel bad for cutting the live stream, but I just don't want to be sitting there just. But we'll be back shortly, maybe in like 15, 20 minutes or so. We'll catch up, drink some coffee like we did yesterday, and hang out for another little bit, and then move on, carry on. So much love to everybody. Thank you for being here, taking time out of your days, and maybe we'll see each other soon. So later, everybody.